Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Tobacco Talk Tuesdays. Caitlin here. And today I'm going to be walking you through a frequently asked questions style live stream talking about the tobacco program here at Unified. These are going to be kind of some questions that we've been asked, whether it be by clients, potential clients, really anyone in general, but also some of our staff members, and also some questions that we feel like people might have and just aren't really asking. This allows us to give you guys kind of an idea of what our program is all about and what we really do. So general housekeeping reminders, questions, comments, put them down there anytime during the live stream, and I'll answer them definitely before I sign off. If you're watching this on a recording and you have questions that we didn't answer today, feel free to reach out to our tobacco team and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Check out those comments below for additional resources that I've linked to this video topic. This includes our blog, our information page on Unified's website, and also smokefree.gov, which has great resources for really anyone trying to quit. And with that being said, let's just dive right into our questions today. First one is, what service does Unified's tobacco program offer? So first and foremost, probably the main component of our program would be our individual counseling. This is where we meet with people on a one-to-one basis and we talk about, their tobacco use, past, present, how they'd like to go about quitting, their motivations to quit, what they like about smoking, what they don't like about smoking, that kind of thing. And we start to kind of work on maybe some sort of plan, whether it be a quick and immediate plan or a longer term plan. We also have groups. These are virtual right now, so we're still able to connect with people and host these groups so our clients can connect with each other and clients from other agencies that we're partnering with. And we always put our information about groups on our Facebook page. So if you're interested in more information, definitely check us out here because we'll be keeping information about future groups here as well. We offer online resources. So Tobacco Talk Tuesdays, obviously, every second Tuesday of the month, we're here talking about different tobacco-related topics. We also have our blog, which we're trying to keep a little bit more regular, not always succeeding at it, but check it out if you're interested in kind of reading about topics rather than just listening to us talk about them. And then we are also in the midst of planning some shorter videos that are hopefully going to go on our Facebook and our YouTube, so stay tuned for more of those. And then, of course, other resources, more information, if you're looking for just information in general or other resources in the area or even in your area, and then things like quit kits, which I've talked about on live stream before as well. Why does Unified offer tobacco reduction services? So the tobacco use reduction in people living with HIV project is actually kind of like the baby of the tobacco section and the HIV section at the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. And it was kind of brought about because people who are living with HIV in Michigan actually smoke at higher rates when compared with people who are not living with HIV. And of course, we probably all know that tobacco is pretty much the leading cause of preventable death in the United States. So something we want to address there, given that there are long-term and short-term health impacts on an individual's health that we'd probably like to avoid. Number 3, do I have to be in case management services at Unified or other services at Unified to join the tobacco program? No, definitely not. We have clients who aren't in any other programs as well. There are different eligibility criteria, needs that need to be met. And if for some reason you don't meet those, we can still kind of offer information through Facebook, YouTube. Anyone can access those. Our blog, we can also offer other quitting resources like the Michigan Quit Line, and websites, apps, pretty much anything. We probably have a good idea of what's out there and we can always offer that to you. If you are interested in knowing what the criteria are, you can always call our tobacco team and we can kind of give you a bit more of a rundown there. Do you only work with people to quit? And what if I'm feeling unsure about quitting? No, we don't. We also work with people to help explore their motivations and their own readiness to quit. We work with people who only want to reduce. So if you smoke 2 packs a day and you want to go down to 1 pack a day, a half pack a day, if you smoke 17 and you want to go down to 15 cigarettes a day, awesome. Let's talk about it and let's talk about ways we can get you there. And we also work with people who have already been quit. So sometimes people come to us, they've already been quit for X amount of days, X amount of months, X amount of weeks, whatever, but they're looking for extra support. We're happy to provide it. We also have clients who've gone through the program and who are currently quit, have been quit for a little bit, and we can continue to check up on them and see what kind of support that we can offer, resources. If something's been challenging, if something's been easy, they want to talk about it, we're still here for them. And of course, we work with those who are feeling unsure about quitting. Quitting is very challenging, and a lot of people have had experience with quitting, and maybe it's gone well or maybe it hasn't. But we're here to support people we work with at any and every stage of their quit journey, wherever they are. Do you provide or give, or do you prescribe or give out quit medications? No, big no. We are not doctors, so we're not prescribing anything. What we can do is we can recommend, we can talk about the options, we can talk about how they work, we can talk about how to take them, when you should start taking them, potentially some of the side effects, things like that. And we can also talk about, ways you can obtain them, whether that be through prescription, because we have ones that are specifically prescription, like Wellbutrin, a Chantix. Some of the NRTs are also prescription only. We can talk about nicotine replacement therapies and where you can get those, whether it be out of pocket, on your own, over the counter, or through a doctor prescription, or even through other resources, sometimes like the Quit Line or other organizations will give those out. So we can talk about different ways you can get those that's easiest and best for you. I will say with this one too, it's always a good idea if you're taking multiple medications to chat with your doctor about whether or not a medication is right for you, particularly if you don't have a previous experience using it. What if I want to quit on my own? Awesome. Hope it goes well. We are still here. If down the line you want support, extra support is always a good thing. It's always good to have extra people in your corner and have that social support on whatever level you choose. We're also here to provide resources. I've had clients just ask for the Michigan Quit Line and a pamphlet, and they're good to go, and that's all they want, and that's great. What does participating in the program look like? So first and foremost, someone has to agree to speak with us or express interest in our program. This usually comes through our case management or any other program at Unified. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it comes through other health organizations that we've partnered with. And then from there, we'll call them, set up an intake. And so that looks like, discussing history of smoking, discussing what smoking currently looks like in someone's life, past quit attempts, motivations, readiness to quit, kind of talking about all of that and maybe starting to kind of move towards developing a plan a little bit. And after that intake, we get to send you or drop off a quit kit for you, just depending on where you're at and the availability of our tobacco staff. And from there, there's a whole host of different ways we can go. What we would consider to be the traditional, if you can consider any bit of tobacco treatment traditional, would be setting up a treatment plan. So this might include a quit day or a practice quit day. It'll definitely include, identifying habits, patterns, triggers, and finding ways to counter and coping strategies that are helpful for someone. It might also kind of follow more a path of continuing to explore some of those motivations and challenges you're facing, some of the unsureness. We can kind of talk about that and see what way we want to, kind of follow that path, see if we kind of move you a little bit more towards feeling more confident in quitting, more ready in quitting. But that's definitely an option. And then the third is kind of, providing check-ins to assess readiness. I've gotten, information about people who say they're ready to quit, they're ready to go. And when I call them, they're not feeling so ready, or, we've been working together for a couple months and then they decide, I'm not really ready right now. And that's okay. That's totally normal. It's normal to be a little bit back and forth when it comes to tobacco cessation. So we can kind of set up a time down the line, maybe like in a month. We check in, see how things are going. Maybe it's less than a month, kind of assess that readiness, and then we can continue on with the plan or setting up a new plan pretty easily. And then, of course, all of this is going to go with continued support to someone's preference, whether it be weekly check-ins, text check-ins, pretty regular FaceTime or phone calls, anything. It also might look like, reminders of groups that are coming up, anything like that. We're happy to do. Number 8, what if I want to use an e-cigarette to quit? So I actually did the e-cigarette and vaping video about a year ago, and it followed a very similar format as this video did. So the thing is, we try to be really upfront with people about, health risks, other issues that come with e-cigarettes and vaping products. We don't want to keep that a secret. We want to kind of share with people's permission what we kind of know. We also want to be upfront about the fact that there's a lot more research needed. They've been around for a little while now, but as they're ever changing and as we kind of learn more, we still know that we need to learn more about their use when it comes to cessation with combustible tobacco products. So that's something we try to be very upfront about, very clear with. But at the end of the day, if that's what you want to use to quit, we're happy to help you. We're happy to work with you. And if you decide later on that you don't want to continue to use the e-cigarette, we can work with you on quitting that too. So those are some options. And then number 9, my last question for today, do I get to make my own decisions? Yes, all capitals, bold, exclamation points, yes. This is a very client-centered program. Our goal is always to meet you where you're at. The program does not look like, you come to me, we do an intake, and then next time I talk to you, I've got a paper and it's got your name on it, and it has, you're going to do this by this day, you're going to do that by that day. Here's what coping strategies you're going to use. Here's what quit medication you're going to use. You have to use this, you have to do this. No, we're not here to tell you what to do. We're here to offer you support, resources, and additional information with your permission, of course, so that we can support you in your choices to reduce or quit your tobacco use. So it's all about what you want to do, what path you want to follow. We're just here to give you options. So I'm going to start kind of wrapping up here. I don't see any questions right now, but if you have any questions, which I don't think anyone does, because I don't think anyone's watching at this moment, but that's okay. Throw them in the comments below. If you're watching the recording of this, feel free to reach out to our tobacco team if you have any questions, if we can clear anything up for you. Check out the comments below, whether you're here now, whether you're here later, for some of those resources that I put down there. Tobacco Talk Tuesdays will continue every second Tuesday of the month here on Facebook and YouTube at 2 p.m. As always, please feel free to reach out to our tobacco team with topics you might like to see in future videos, whether it be a live stream, a shorter video, a blog post, anything. We're happy to hear from you. The Unified Tobacco team is growing. You'll see new faces popping in. We're excited about it. We're excited to find new ways to support you guys. And we're always here to support you guys. So we're here to answer questions, provide additional resources, whatever you need. Give us a call at one of the numbers below, or you can also call our main office lines as well, and get in contact with us that way. And that's it for today. So thank you for watching, probably watching in the future, and have a good day.